Welcome to the Thursday before Le Mans 24 hours, and behind me is the Chevrolet that I'm going to be driving down, and there is a separate video coming, a full feature on what it is like to drive that car and spend the entire weekend with Chevrolet. But first, I'm dropping this video on the Sunday right after the checkered flag drops, because I'm fascinated about what goes on in the minds of the racing drivers operating at such a high level and performing at their absolute max for 24 hours. I'm so fascinated to delve into what it takes to be a Le Mans racing driver. Now, a lot of you may know that I'm obsessed with the 24-hour Le Mans race and the legacy that it holds, the historic prestige. And I've done in the past 24-hour Le Mans style challenges. And for the last 2 years, I've been working with Grenade, and they've actually been fueling my YouTube channel because this is the only source of caffeine that I get. So the only reason that I function is because of the Grenade energy. However, it is perfectly timed that they have launched the Grenade Lemon Cheesecake Protein Bar, or as we like to call it on this trip, the Le Mans Cheesecake Bar. So every single day, I'm going to be fueled by Grenade, and I'm going to be squeezing the day and getting the best out of every single experience that gets thrown at me. You missed it.
No, I didn't.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to take a picture.
Yeah, and you missed it. Get the ticket, mate.
Come on then.
Green light.
Oh no, well, let me put my belt on you, twat. Hang on, wait.
Onwards to Le Mans, baby! Here we go! And this Peugeot's wanting a little cheeky race. He's going to overtake us now because I'm going to settle down, because I want to get into the nitty-gritty of, well, the weekend that we've got ahead of us. So how many times have you done Le Mans?
Twice.
Last year, I did a half marathon. About a month after you did one, I called you on the second day saying, I can't stay awake for longer than 5 hours without needing a sleep.
Yeah.
Because the amount of energy that my body used just meant that I was constantly in this recovery period. And what did you say to me?
The second year that I did it, I was basically used for like, I think 12 and a half hours of the race.
And how long did it take for you to recover after that Le Mans?
Probably 2 weeks.
How do you prepare for Le Mans?
I do quite a lot of cardio anyway, so
Yeah.
I would just make a lot of drivers train by doing more cardio, because then your body's used to working out at that level, because your heart rate is roughly about 140, 150 anyway.
Okay.
So an average run, you would be around there, an average cycle. So up the cardio a bit.
So increase the kilometers per week on your runs.
Just go a little bit longer, so I know that I can easily stand an hour and a half, or I can stand whatever.
Yeah.
At that time, I actually did quite a lot of CrossFit.
Okay.
So I was doing like at least a CrossFit workout or an hour a day of strength conditioning. So then I knew that I was all right in that respect. And I still think after all that training, I still don't think I was ready enough.
It's such a special weekend. It's such an incredibly legendary race that to be able to do this, driving this car and actually cruise down with you, the weekend's just going to be super, super memorable. And I've got so much to continue to film. But whilst we're heading down, let's get our heads down, get to Le Mans for qualifying. I mean, super hyperpole.
Hyperpole and then qualifying.
Boom, let's do it. Good morning, guys. As you can hear, some of the cars are going around and getting shaken down, ready for the flag drop today. Yes, it is race day. And as they say in Latin, carpe diem. The next 24 hours are so important to the drivers. I've apparently got the opportunity to chat to a few of them before they jump in the car and get ready for the flag drop later. So, seizing the day, or squeezing the day is what it's all about. I've got my breakfast, let's crack on.
Yeah, it was 2 years.
I took over Mr. Gavin's.
Yeah, so when I stopped, he took
pretty much.
Yeah, he took my job. So, but had a huge amount of success with one of the rivals that we're racing against here this weekend. But both of you looking forward to the race here. Cars are good, feeling strong, feeling happy.
Yeah, I think it was both of our first times here at Le Mans with the C8 because 2020 obviously we missed COVID. So it was the first time the new car ran, even though it was ready in 2020. We ran it here last year, so it was my first Le Mans with the team and yours also. So yeah, we're hoping. It was second last year. There's only one thing that we're aiming for, so it's feeling pretty good in practice. The car's running well.
Very confident, very strong.
Ollie obviously did good development with the car leading up to it, so we just get it when it's all sorted.
So I did all the hard work for them, and now they're carrying on, and
then we can just go and race.
All the glory.
Like the 1 year difference in development makes a big difference. When Ollie left, we kind of got the
Yeah, there you go. So as soon as I left, everything got a lot better.
How big is the difference, the driver?
The driver weight.
Driver weight,
Yeah, well, that is a thing, and that's something that each driver is weighed. And obviously, the lighter you are, the better it is. But you know, every driver is made differently. 20 kilos or 10 kilos around here is worth about 0.2 of a second.
Oh wow.
So you start multiplying that up, and if it's a 20 kilo difference between yourself and someone else who's that much lighter, you know it's nearly half a second in lap time that you're giving up immediately.
And that's for 24 hours.
Bingo. It can be a bit of a battle.
It was fascinating to be able to sit down with some of the 2022 competitors only a matter of hours before the race begins, and they're going to be getting in that car and have the race of their lives ahead of them. 24 hours to leave it all on the track, and they have got a team of experts and specialists. As the technology and knowledge has evolved over the years, these guys have brought in nutritionists, masseuses, physiotherapists to get them through the 24 hours, and these guys were super calm. The Corvette has got a front row lockout this weekend. The car is looking so competitive that the engineers were feeling relaxed. It was a case of bringing that muscle memory back, practicing pit stops, practicing brake changes, tyre changes, bringing the car into the pits, getting it up onto the trolley, and speaking to a couple of the racing drivers about the nutrition side, which is something that probably a lot of people forget, that these guys have to constantly fuel themselves properly over the 24 hours, but they're going through the massive peaks and troughs of the highs of actually being in the car and racing at 100% of their capabilities, but then getting out of the car and needing to rest, having a 3.5 hour gap, where the ideal scenario is they get out of the car and go straight to sleep, so that when they wake up for their next stint, they're going to be as fresh as a daisy. And I was speaking to one driver in particular who was talking about how he likes to have plain foods 3 to 4 hours before his stint, and that just is the substance that his body needs and requires to give him that long endurance fuel. But then within about an hour before the race, that is when he'll start consuming protein bars, energy bars, sugar that gives him that sharp buzz and that adrenaline kick, so that he is on high alert, so that when he jumps into the car, you'll see the driver changes are lightning fast, and these guys have got it down to a T. There are so many elements to just not even consuming bread, because the digestive system takes a lot longer to digest bread as opposed to toast. This is getting rather crazy. We are on the grid, about to commence the 24 hours of Le Mans. I'm literally right at the start, and all the way up there is turn one. This is going to be the most ridiculous race. I love Le Mans so much, and the anticipation of seeing those green lights or the flag drop, I have no idea how it starts. All I know is it is a rolling start all the way through. I cannot wait to see these drivers go full throttle for the next 24 hours. And we have seen and got a massive insight from ex-racing drivers and current racing drivers as to what it takes to be an elite professional racing driver compared competing in Le Mans, doing 3.5-hour stints at a time, what they eat during the race, how they recover, and how they prepare. This has been all thanks to Chevrolet, to Corvette, and of course Grenade for fueling me throughout this entire trip. I have massively squeezed every single day, the best out of every single day, and I can just hear the crowds going nuts to the left of me. I have no idea what they're doing. Look, some parachute guy got his parachute stuck on the railings there, but I will leave everything in the description for you to check out, whether it be the Oliver Gavin Driving Academy, whether it be Grenade Lemon Cheesecake or the Le Mans Cheesecake, or whether you just want some Grenade energy to get you through the day. I will see you soon, guys. Take care, enjoy this video, and stay tuned for the next one as I give you a full behind the scenes tour of my entire weekend with Chevrolet driving the Corvette C8 Stingray. I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.